And lastly, let's talk about advertising, the most visible face of marketing to the world. Advertising is pretty much synonymous with marketing, as we all know. Here I would like to give you a quick overview of the ad industry in general, and we'll then talk about how a typical ad agency works. Lastly, we will touch upon the variety of options available to marketers for sales promotion. A few facts about the US advertising industry. About $350 billion was spent on advertising in the US in 2015. And to give you an idea of how much some companies spend, about 40 companies spent more than $1 billion, or more than about $1,000 million on advertising. And that's a humongous amount indeed. However, the ad industry is relatively small and employs only about 150,000 people, though it is quite consolidated, where 1/3 are large companies, large agencies, and control most of the market share. So, can we name a few ad agencies? Can you name a few ad agencies? Probably not. And all these names probably look very new to you. Reason is clear. Just like marketing research, advertising too is a business-to-business market, and these firms typically don't advertise to the final consumers, such as you and me. But here are some of the biggest names in the advertising business that you should be familiar with. J. Walter Thompson, Ogilvy and Mather, Young and Rubicam, Gray Worldwide. They all belong to the WPP group, which is the largest advertising group in the world. Then you have BBDO, TBWA, a couple of from the Omnicom group, the second largest group. Then you have Saatchi and Saatchi, Leo Burnett, which belong to the Publicis group. And then you have McCann Erickson, McCann group, Dentsu from Japan, and Havas from France. Dentsu, by the way, it controls 1/3 of the Japanese advertising market, which is an unheard of level of market share. So this is the kind of money companies are spending in America, where per capita and the total ad expenditure far outstrips any other country in the world, by the way. And as you can see, Procter & Gamble, the US consumer goods company, it spent about $4.6 billion in 2014 in the US. Now, let's look at how a typical ad agency works. The two primary departments in an ad agency are the creative department and the media department. First, you determine what you want to achieve in the marketplace and determine the objectives. Then you take creative and media decisions. And finally, you try to evaluate your campaign. Creative department here, it's considered the heart and soul of an ad agency and often determines its success. It is the creative work that advertisers hire ad agencies for. The creative team typically comprises copywriters, art directors, etc., and the team is headed by a creative director. The creative team designs the message, the body copy, type of appeal, the colors, the model, the screenplay, the whole works. If you think you are a creative thinker or a creative person, the creative department could be a good job fit for you. So this is the kind of creativity that is a job of the advertising agencies. Copywriters sit back and think of ideas like this. And as you can see, it will be tough to ignore an ad like this, correct? You can't help but not only notice it, but you will remember it too. And that is the whole idea. make your promotion creatively stand out and get the message across. Let's watch this advertisement and see what brilliant creative work was done on it.
Welcome. Which one seems like he has more friends? Which one has more imaginary friends? Which one gets invited to more parties? Which one gets invited to more bridge tournaments? Which one is the bad cop? Which of these bosses would give you a raise? Which one would fire you when you ask for a raise? Which one has a better sex life? Which one never puts money into the employee gift pool? Which one really enjoys giving you a ticket? Thank you.
Wow, wasn't that a truly creative and effective advertising? This is the kind of stuff that's expected of an ad agency's creative team and is a fresh creative perspective for which clients often switch their ad agencies. Then there is the media department. Once the creative work is finalized and the ad is ready to go, the media department determines which all media to advertise in, called media planning. TV channels, shows, magazines, newspapers, etc. It also decides what would be the schedule for airing the ads, called media scheduling, frequency of ads, etc. And finally, it buys the media spots with the media owners on behalf of the client. And this is called media buying. There is one thing you must know about how the advertising business works, and that is that the primary way an ad agency makes money is through the 15% agency commission it gets at the time of media buying. You probably read about that in the text, but I wanted to clarify it once again. Let me explain it a little. Suppose you are Coca-Cola and your ad agency is, suppose, Ogilvy and Mather. And let's presume Coca-Cola spends $100 million on buying advertising space on TV, magazines, newspapers, all put together. And then, because Ogilvy and Mather is its ad agency, Ogilvy and Mather will buy media space on behalf of Coca-Cola. And at that time, when it buys the media space, Ogilvy will get 15% commission, or about $15 million from the media companies. And this is how ad agencies mainly make their money. Interesting, isn't it? So in terms of job opportunities and workflow, there are three main departments in an ad agency. Two of them are creative and media, as we discussed just now. The third department is the client servicing, whose job is to get new customers for the agency and also maintain the client relationship. You can choose whichever department to work in depending on your strengths and personal interest. And so that was a brief description about ad agencies. Finally, a brief word on sales promotion. There are primarily two categories of or sets of sales promotion techniques that companies use. One set of tools can be used to target the final consumer market, while the other one, called trade sales promotion, can be used to motivate your channel partners to buy more from you, and finally sell more to the consumers. So these are the typical tools used in consumer promotion. You must have used coupons and rebates yourself. Research has shown that a family can save on an average about 25% on its expenses through regular use of coupons. It is also surprising that only about 1% of coupons, no kidding, only about 1% of coupons are actually redeemed. Premiums means more product for the same price, and other types are, I think, they are self-explanatory. Similarly, these are the commonly used tools with channel partners such as wholesalers, retailers, etc. Trade allowances are the quantity discounts given when channel partners buy from you in large quantities. Push money are the incentives given to salespeople of wholesalers and retailers for selling more of the product in the market. Resources are also spent on training the employees of the channel partners, giving out extra free stuff. For example, one box of socks free if the channel partner orders 6 boxes, something like that. Finally, store demonstration or sampling at the premises of channel partners can help channel partners sell more in the marketplace. So that was all, and again, here are a couple of key messages you should remember about from this chapter. And here are some key terms for you to remember. So that was all. Goodbye for now, and we will continue next week. Thank you.